Okay, check. Welcome everyone. Hope you guys can hear me on YouTube. So today we are going to have the first FMCC ZRL race 1. So essentially the whole idea is that oops, sorry about that. I think the mic got muted. Okay, so the whole idea is for us to have a safe and regular means of racing, especially in India where, well, the roads are pretty shit right now, and we are entering the monsoon season, so that takes away a lot of our opportunities outdoors. So what we are going to do is have races on regular intervals and give an opportunity for folks to showcase their talents and all the training that they're putting in. Okay, so we have a pretty strong lineup for today. We have quite a few folks participating from across the world, actually, not just from India. We have folks from Singapore, from UK, and this is the whole idea, right? I mean, where do you get an opportunity where you race against your friends or your teammates who are across the world, except an opportunity like this where you can all come together and you can do it in the safest way possible. So this is fantastic, and the lineup is pretty strong. We have folks from Bangalore, we have Abhinav, we have Emil, we have Mustafa, we have Neil, we have Ravi, Saurabh. Quite a few guys from Bangalore who race at a very high level. From the UK, we have Andrew joining us today. From Singapore, we have Shreyas, and from Chennai, we have quite a few folks as well. So we have Karthik, we have Arthik, we have from Pune, we have Mahesh. So again, the other thing is that we have folks from different weights of racing, right? So some of them are under 23, under 21, some in masters 40, 45 and above. So this is a fantastic opportunity again, for everyone to just come together, showcase their talents, and may the best man win. So Zwift racing is a different sort of racing where it's not just your pure power. You need to be tactical as well. You also need to know how to play the game. So we'll talk a little bit more about how to play the game. But yeah, that's the whole idea, guys. And we have 30 seconds before the race starts. Everyone is logging in, joining the game now. So usually the start is really hot. Everyone goes pretty crazy right at the start. So let's watch. Okay, 10 seconds. Here we go. And we're off. And we're already looking at folks sprinting right at the start, 8-9 watts per kilo. Really trying to put the hurt on people, forming a separation. Obviously, so the whole idea is if you're at the front, well, it's going to be hard for you to catch up to them. So we're already seeing 4 or 5 of them, breaking away. Andrew, we have Saurabh, we have Emil. We have a couple of really strong riders, probably with FTPs of more than 4 watts per kilo. They are all really pushing it right now. They are forming that gap, and we can already see a few people getting left behind. It's a small kicker over here, about 1%, but still your watts per kilo plays a huge role over here. You're watching the front trio now. That's Saurabh, Andrew, and Mustafa. So Mustafa is also from Bangalore, and Saurabh as well. So these guys have probably raced in real life together before. They are already up front. We see Emil trying to bridge across to the front bunch. Yeah, so this is a strong group. We have Shreyas also in the front bunch from Singapore. Kind of in the middle of nowhere, we have Arthik now. He's trying to bridge across, doing 5 watts per kilo. Neil is also right behind Arthik, another really strong rider. So if Neil and Arthik could probably get together, they could maybe bridge across to the front bunch. And then behind them we have Tarun, Vishwa and Abhinav. They've kind of formed a trio, so maybe if the three of them can work together, then they could maybe bridge across to the front. So yeah, and this is Raghav over here. We have Karthik, Albert as well. So yeah, this is the bunch, guys. This is what it looks like right now. These 5 guys need to work really hard, and they'll be getting some power-ups as well. Obviously Zwift is a game, right? So you need to know how to play the game, and the biggest part of this game is 1, your equipment, and 2, the kind of power-ups that you're getting. So here you can see different people with different bikes, different equipment, and this is pretty standard. Even in the real world, everyone's going to have different equipment, some with the most aero bikes out there, some with a basic entry-level bike. So if you have obviously one of the stronger, better performing bikes, you can have a little bit more advantage in game as well. So, and that comes with playing the game as well, right? So you need to have certain amount of time logged in the game, and that's how you get your experience points as well as the drop points. That's what allows you to buy your equipment. So obviously the guys who have been, and here we see Andrew making an attack. He's trying to get away from this bunch, putting in 5.5 watts per kilo. Let's see what the others are doing. They're kind of letting Andrew hang out there. Saurabh and Mustafa together. We have Shreyas with them as well. Yeah, Andrew is definitely up front. He's maybe got like 4 or 5, about 3 seconds on these guys. So this is okay, and looks like Emil has caught up, and Arthik has also caught up. So that's good to see. Where is Neil? Has Neil also caught up? Can't see. Okay, there is Neil. So Neil is in the second bunch right now, and he's with Vishwa, Tarun, Abhinav and Suresh. So these guys are in the second bunch right now. They are about 20 seconds behind the front bunch, and here we are coming to the start finish banner, and this is where these guys would probably be getting their first power up. So a power up is a small part of the game that Zwift offers each rider, and what happens is when you cross the banner, a start finish banner or a sprint banner or a KOM banner, you get a specific power up, and these power ups essentially allow you to have a small advantage. So everyone gets a different power up, right? So maybe one person gets a featherweight power up. A featherweight power up essentially reduces the rider's in-game body weight by a certain percentage, and as everyone in the world of cycling racing knows, watts per kilo is king, right? So the lighter you are with more power, you're going to have more watts per kilo. So someone with a feather power up would probably be utilizing it while going uphill, like over here you can see Andrew is going uphill. It's about 1.1%. It's not a big uphill, but still uphill nonetheless. So for instance, if Andrew has a feather power up and he uses it now, his watts per kilo will be improved because his body weight in game would be reduced by a certain percentage. A few other power ups which are really useful is one, the sprint power up, and that essentially is utilized to make you a bit more arrow, and as the word suggests, it's used when you're sprinting, right? So you want to use it maybe when you're at the finish line, or if you want to make a breakaway and you're putting an attack, right? So a few other useful and important power-ups are, one, the draft power-up, and this is a very useful one. It lasts for a very long time when you use it, and what happens is when you're using the draft power-up, you can put out lesser power and still stay with the bunch. Like over here we can see this is the draft power-up, looks like a truck. So essentially imagine riding behind a truck, you'll be saving so much watts, right? So you won't be putting out as much as the others. So yeah, so Mustafa right now is doing 4 watts per kilo. With the draft power, he could probably do a little bit lesser and still stay with this bunch. So that's how you play a little bit tactical. So we have Shreyas, Saurabh, Arthik and Mustafa in the second bunch, and Andrew's a little bit up front. So maybe these guys can work together and try and bring Andrew back. That's the only option. Andrew's a really strong rider, as we all know. He's been racing in the UK for a while now, and before that he was racing in Chennai. Won the HCL cyclothon, sorry, not the cyclothon, he won the TCL, the first series that came out, I believe. So strong rider again. He's still got about 10 to 12 seconds on the others, so he's really pushing hard. He's doing about 300 watts for the time being. And this is Emil and group. They are the second bunch. The third bunch, we have Neil, we have Abhinav, we have Vishwa. Varun is in the back. Sorry, this is Srini, this is Karthik, Raghav. So this is the third bunch then, and Albert is kind of pulling the bunch up front. And now we are with the second bunch again, and this has Saurabh, this has Emil, Shreyas, Arthik and Mustafa, and they are 16 seconds behind Andrew. And here we can see Saurabh using the arrow power up, that's the arrow helmet, and that will allow him to go a little bit faster. So downhill, obviously, you're going to be carrying more speed, so with the arrow power up you'll be carrying even more speed. Okay, so we are watching the second bunch, and as part of this racing league, the whole idea is, again, like I said, the opportunity for racers to come together and participate on a regular interval. We don't really have too many crit races or road races happening on a regular basis in India, and usually even the ITTs or even the road races are just out and backs because that's the situation right now. So this kind of gives people a little bit more sense into actual racing, playing tactical, bit more teamwork as well. So if you have a team of riders, then obviously you could play to your strengths and weaknesses. The other thing is, it also the main thing obviously is brings people together, but aside from that, this is an easier way of racing. Like for instance, you don't have to wake up at crazy hours in the morning. You don't have to travel an hour, 2 hours in your car with support crew and things like that. You could just hop on the bike 20-30 minutes before the race starts, just smash it out, have a good day and carry on with your other chores. Like, you have family and other things, you could still spend time with your family, your friends, you could go out, do whatever you want. So it really is convenient more than anything else. And a lot of people do train indoors anyways these days. They have a trainer accessible. A lot of people train with power meters. So here we are seeing Mustafa trying to make a break, and he's trying to bridge across to Andrew. Andrew's still about 10 seconds ahead, and Saurabh, Shreyas and Arthik and Emil about 3-4 seconds behind Mustafa. So let's see how things go now. Mustafa is doing about 311 watts, trying to bridge across. Same thing with Saurabh, about 320. Everyone's doing some crazy power numbers. This is fantastic to see. So this is another thing, right? Most of us don't even know, the things that a rider does during race. With this kind of racing, you have, clear accessibility to how the rider races, their power numbers, their heart rate numbers, things like that. Kind of cadence that they ride with. Are you a grinder? Do you spin a lot? Racer as well. So looks like Mustafa is still maintaining about 4 seconds, 5 seconds, 6 seconds now on the guys, and Andrew is still up front. He's got the sprint jersey, that's the green icon over here, meaning that the sprint segment he was the fastest, and we would see that over here. On the left side you can see a little panel which gives us the timings for each rider as they pass through the sections, any segments that's on the map. Andrew has about 10 seconds of lead on Mustafa, and Mustafa's got about 6 seconds on Shreyas, Saurabh and Arthik. This is really interesting. And Mustafa is reeling in Andrew. Perhaps Andrew is waiting for another person so that he could get a little bit of a break. Obviously the draft effect is present in Zwift as well, just like in real life. So if you're riding alone, you're obviously eating more wind. If you're with another person or with a group of riders, you will be going a little bit faster for lesser effort. So you got to play tactical, just like you would in real life. Now there was a question about how someone should get started with Zwift racing. So obviously the first thing is to have an indoor trainer or some sort of power meter and a trainer device that you could hook your bike onto. A Stages trainer is an option, a Wahoo indoor trainer is an option, or if you want to get one of those rollers, you could still ride on a roller. It gives you a little bit better sense of handling the bike as well, because indoor training at the end of the day does take away a bit of that real life riding experience. So if you want to get that feel, you could get a roller, for instance, but you would still need a power meter to get the best access into these events. So once you have a power meter and you have a bike and a trainer, the next step is to have regular training program, because you shouldn't be racing without training, honestly. I mean, you can come and race, but it'll just be a sufferfest. I mean, even these guys are suffering out there, but they know what they're doing. They know how much they can push and they can control the effort and things like that. So if you are training on a regular basis, you will definitely have a better race experience. So once these things are taken care of, and now we see Andrew and Mustafa forming a group up front. So these guys are about 12 seconds ahead of Saurabh, Arthik, Shreyas and Emil. So now it's up to the second bunch to see if they can come and catch these guys, bridge across to these guys. they'll need to work together really hard to catch up to these guys. So the next step, once you have, once you're training regularly, you have a trainer and all those things, is to, just start riding on Zwift, or any other training application. There are many applications like Training Peaks Virtual, there's Ruvi, there's Komoot. There's so many options available. You don't have to pay for Zwift. But the important thing is to, ride regularly and follow a plan. Have someone monitor what you're doing as well. That way you're growing organically and not killing yourself and not burning out, right? So once all these steps are taken care of, the next step is to test yourself on regular intervals, and that's where your Zwift racing or any sort of e-racing comes into play, right? So train maybe for 3-4 months, maybe 6 months, and then that's when you're ready to test yourself against others. So then you could log in. There's plenty of events happening across the world. You don't have to join an FMCC ZRL event. You can participate in any random Zwift racing event happening out there, and you'll get an idea of what the caliber is for other riders out there. In fact, Zwift has their own program where they test on regular basis. They have certain events that people from across the world can participate in, and the top 5 men and the top 5 women that are coming out of those races, they get selected for pro teams. They get called out to a camp somewhere in beautiful Europe, maybe in Spain or Portugal, and they're tested out there. How they pair up with other members, how they are working with the team, what their strengths are, what their weaknesses are, and there's the Canyon SRAM team, for instance, in the women, and then the Alpecin de Koenig. They have new riders selected last year just through Zwift racing. So you could just do crazy numbers indoors and still be selected for one of these pro teams. So there's a fantastic opportunity over there. And here you see Andrew and Mustafa. They're still up front, they're together, and they both have different power-ups. Mustafa had the featherweight and Andrew had the sprint power-up. So they're using it because it's not going to be of much use elsewhere. Going downhill is where the sprint power-up would be useful. And here we see Emil has been dropped by the bunch up front. Neil is with Abhinav. Vishwa is also a little bit behind. We have Tarun who's behind that. We have Albert, and we have Srini. Looks like he might be done. Albert is using his sprint power up. Let's go back up. So here we still have the second bunch, and this is where the race is now, because in the Zwift Racing League we have points for participation. A DNF or a DNS will not get any points. Quite a few people were unable to make it today because of other commitments, but they did sign up. Sadly, they won't be getting any points. Participation does give them 1 point as long as they finish the 3 laps, which is 23 kilometers. For the winners, the top 3 spots, they will be getting more points, obviously. So the first spot, the winner gets 8 points. The second spot gets 5 points. The third spot gets 3 points. So obviously the front 2 seem to have gotten away. So that's your first and second, as far as I can see, unless these guys do something drastic and bring them back. They're 40 seconds ahead, so that's quite a big gap. So the fight is on for the third spot now. So we have Arthik here, we have Saurabh, and we have Shreyas. So these guys are fighting it out for the third spot, which is for 3 points. So it's going to be fun. So now we can see on the left hand panel, you can see the lap times. This is for the Champs-Élysées map, and obviously we have the fastest lap at 9 minutes and 48. That's by Mustafa. Andrew's done it at 9:52. Saurabh, Shreyas and Artik 9:59, and everyone else has taken more than 10 minutes, so at least 25 to 30 seconds from these 5 guys to the rest. And the sprint section, obviously still Andrew has the green jersey. He's had done it in 15 seconds. It's pretty awesome. So these guys are together. We are about 15 kilometers into the race. We have one more lap after this lap gets over, and that's where the fun's going to be. We have a lot of first time racers today, which is fantastic to see. Karthik, a lot of them haven't raced on Zwift either, so just like how you do an FTP test or any other test in real life, a Zwift race also requires you to understand the game and play the game, right? So just participating today, they're going to learn a lot of things. They're going to understand how to use the power-ups, where to use the power-ups, and how it's going to benefit them. So we have Abhinav, Neil and Emil together here, all Bangalore boys, they are together. So here we have Shreyas, he's still with Saurabh and Artik. Oh, looks like Artik is a few seconds behind once this panel pops up again. Oh yes, looks like Artik is dropped. So now the chasing two is Shreyas and Saurabh. So this is for the third spot again, guys. So we have Saurabh from the CBR racing team from Bangalore, and Shreyas from Velocity Racing. He's right now racing from Singapore, and these guys are fighting it out for the third spot. And it looks like Andrew and Mustafa are just way ahead, 50 seconds ahead of anyone else, so they are not going to get caught. So this is the first and second spots right here. We're going to wait and see how the sprint goes. They've kind of settled in riding together, so it's good to see that. And we can watch as they cross the banner what sorts of looks like they've set a PR for the lap. So they've been pushing 9 minutes and 33 seconds now for Mustafa, and 9 minutes and 36 for Andrew. Let's look at what Shreyas and Saurabh do for the laps. For some reason it's not displaying their names on the right hand panel. I'm not sure, but it's not showing their names on the right hand panel. Whenever I get the opportunity, I'll jump over to Saurabh and Shreyas to see what they're doing. Right now we can see Mustafa and Andrew up front. There they are. Okay, so looks like they are still together, Shreyas and Saurabh, and they're about 50 seconds behind the leaders. And they are between the start finish banner and the sprint banner. So there's a small kicker over here, and here we can see Shreyas is using his featherweight power up, and that essentially lowers his body weight, making it easier for him to climb, go uphill. And Saurabh also probably has some power up which he might use. Let's wait and see. But the thing is, not all power ups are always useful. Some might not be. For instance, the sprint power up might not be really a useful power up while going uphill. And the lightweight power up isn't useful when you're sprinting, for instance, or when you're going downhill. So again, learning the game, playing it, and understanding where to use the power ups is a crucial aspect of Zwift racing. Now Andrew and Mustafa are about a minute and 12 seconds ahead. And yeah, everyone is racing hard. Everyone is just pushing the best that they can. And that's the beauty of this. You can really go hard and not have to worry about traffic or potholes or dogs or cattle coming in your way. So many of us have been in some incident just because we were focusing on our effort and things happened too fast. So again, a safer way of racing. Yes, it does take away a little bit of your bike handling aspect. So by all means, please practice riding outdoors, practice skills. But if you want to really smash it and do a really hard effort, then there's no better place than e-racing. Let's see where Arthik is now. So Arthik is about 10 seconds behind Shreyas and Saurabh. So let's see if he is able to bridge across to them. Yeah, because going uphill, Arthik probably has an upper hand. He did finish on the podium at the amateur category in last year's Nandi race. So he's definitely one of those watts per kilo guys. And we can see Arthik has been slowly clawing his way back to Saurabh and Shreyas' group. It's about 8 seconds behind now. Okay, whenever we get an opportunity, we'll but now the thing is, it's going to start going downhill, so Shreyas and Saurabh will be putting out more raw watts than Arthik probably, so they might increase the gap, and I can already see it going up to 10 seconds. So as expected, I think the gap will stay this way till the end, unless Arthik has like a specific power up that he could utilize to catch up to them. But anyway, whenever the opportunity presents itself, I'll jump across to the leaders. Okay, and here we have Andrew and Mustafa. They're both together still. Another 2.5 kilometers to go. Getting close. We're going to watch these guys sprint it out. Now we might not be able to see everyone in action. Everyone is obviously doing a really hard effort, and I apologize that I'm not able to jump across to everyone's avatar on Zwift. And looks like Mustafa is trying to do a breakaway from Andrew. But Andrew's right on his tail. Okay, 2 more kilometers to go. It's a beautiful bike Andrew's got. It's the Dogma F TT Swiss wheels. Hope it went for a recall. these guys are still doing solid watts, 250 to 300 watts, some crazy power numbers. So really awesome to see this. And yeah, I mean, this is how we can push Indian racing to the next level as well, put it on the global map. Right, a kilometer to go, about a kilometer and change, and we can see Andrew still sitting on Mustafa's wheel. So this allows him to relax just a little bit, put out just a little bit lesser power, use the draft from Mustafa. Let's see what's happening over here. And Shreyas is using a lightweight power up. Is with Saurabh. Still okay. Let me jump over to Andrew whenever I can. There we go. Okay, let's see what's happening here. And they're still together. They are within 400 meters to go. So they're going to wind it up right now. Going to see some good power numbers as they sprint it out. The orange banner, the orange, blue and white banner is the start finish line, and that's the sprint. And there we see Mustafa doing 14 watts per kilo, Andrew responding, oops, and Mustafa is slightly ahead. Andrew's still putting out power, he's clawing back, but it looks like it's gonna be Mustafa. Yes, so it's Mustafa first, Andrew second. I will validate the results and publish the results, but as of now it's Mustafa first and Andrew second. So kudos guys, congratulations. And now it's back to Shreyas and Saurabh for the third spot. Let's see what happens. They've both been together right from the start, kind of paced each other, kind of broken away from the others. And now let's see what happens as they come within 1 kilometer of the finish. And Arthik is still 10 seconds behind, so good on him. I mean, he didn't let these guys get away, so he's managed the gap pretty well. Strong riding by Arthik, although he's kind of by himself. He's been by himself for over a lap, so good effort. Okay, and 500 meters to go. So these guys are going to go, and here we see Saurabh winding it up, 800, 900 watts, and Shreyas responding. Oops. There we go. Shreyas responding, and Saurabh has just popped one of his power-ups, and that's the draft power-up. So he's going to have a little bit of a draft effect. Shreyas and Saurabh both still sending it. 200 meters to go. They're both still together. So close. Who's going to get it? Who's going to get it? Oh my god. Oh my god. That's so close. And I think Shreyas just nipped it at the line. Wow. That was a fantastic sprint. Excellent work, guys. Again, I think that was a photo finish right there. Amazing work by these guys. Now let's jump back to the others as soon as I can. Oops. Not to me. go to someone else. Change view. For some reason it's not letting me choose anyone else. Damn, that's a bummer. Okay, so anyway guys, thank you. I'm going to end the stream now, and we will connect for the women's race shortly. Oh, there we go, we are back. You can see the others now, and here we have the next bunch, Neil and Emil, chasing Abhinav, and looks like Abhinav is going to get it right at the sprint line. Yep, Abhinav got it. Here we are with Suresh and Albert, and Vishwa is also about to finish. We have Emil right in front of Vishwa. Looks like Emil will probably finish ahead of Vishwa. Vishwa is bringing it in strong right by him as well. Now most of these guys have already ridden today morning. They've either gone to Nandi, or they've had a workout, or probably a mock race effort or something outdoors. So it's just awesome to see them come back 6-7 hours after their morning ride and still smash it today in an indoor race. So really awesome to see that. And we have Tarun up here, and Suresh and Albert are about 6 seconds behind. So if they work together, they can certainly reel in Tarun. Yeah, they are kind of working together and slowly bridging across to Tarun. We have Srini a little bit behind, and Raghav a little bit behind that, and Karthik as well. Let's watch these guys. Six seconds to Tarun. Let's see if they can bring the gap down. 7 seconds. So they need to work together because Tarun is pretty strong. He knows how to race, so he will do what it takes to stay away from guys trying to catch up to him. He's still maintaining that gap to the guys behind him. Yep, the gap is now increased to about 11 or 12 seconds to Albert as well as Suresh. And Tarun did a smart thing by popping the feather power up right at this little uphill section over here. Really smart work. Now this is learning the game. So Tarun has obviously raced or played on Zwift before, so he knew exactly where to use his power up. Fantastic. These guys can still work together and they still have a chance of catching up to Tarun. Tarun is about to finish. He's about a kilometer away from the finish line. So yeah, Suresh and Albert are about 13 seconds behind, so it's going to be tough for them to catch up, but let's see how their race pans out. Looks like they both are on the same bike as well, the Specialized Venge Vias. And Albert might have the lightweight Meilensteins. Those wheels, you can't purchase them on the game. You need to complete Alpe d'Huez, or Alpe du Zwift, which is a replica of Alpe d'Huez. And when you finish the map, at the top of the map, you might win that wheel. It's a hit or a miss. You might get a helmet, you might get a glove or a jersey, or you might get the wheels. So if you're lucky, you'll win it. So what you want to do is climb Alp to Zwift if you want to get the lightweight Meilenstein wheels. Okay, and looks like Suresh and Albert are coming up to the finish line. They're about 300 meters. Looks like Tarun is going to finish ahead of them. Let's see how these guys finish the race. 200 meters to go. Let's see if they wind it up. Looks like Albert is. He's pushing 4 watts per kilo, but no, they still haven't started the sprint. Maybe they're just in a gentleman's agreement and they're just going to pull it in together. Oh no, there we go. Albert is doing a little bit of an effort, staying away from Suresh. Nice work. Kudos, guys. And they did set a PR for that segment as well, so they were pushing pretty hard. And now we have Raghav coming up on the finish line. He is about 1 kilometer away. I'm not sure if he's catching up to anyone else, but strong ride by him as well. So he also already rode in the morning. Most of these guys, right? So just them coming out here and doing this is just a fantastic thing to watch. Srini is a little bit ahead of Raghav, and we have Karthik a little bit behind. So in this crew, we have at least 5 folks who are 40 years and above. Pretty strong masters field. A lot of them very good racers, been racing for a very long time, know what they're doing. And here we have Karthik, another masters racer. His first race of all time. He's never raced outdoors, not done an ITT or anything. This is his first experience. So I think we should all cheer for him. Just being out here and pushing the kind of power that he's been pushing right now. It's just kudos, testament to his work. Another kilometer for Karthik, and he should be done as well. So the whole idea of having a Zwift race league is, again, like I said at the start, to have something that's repeatable, that we can do consistently, and not have to worry about the weather or the roads or any other situation. So I will be posting out the next race details within the next couple of weeks, and folks that are interested to race are more than welcome to join. We'll have a race. Well, I'll try to have a race once every month at least, and they'll be of different formats. We'll have hill climbing races, we'll have crit races, we'll have ITTs as well as a road race like today. So folks should definitely take advantage of this opportunity and sign up in the next event. And please, by all means, share with your friends, anyone that might be interested. Just smash it out against them, right? So. And we have Karthik. He's about 500 meters from the finish line. And you know what they say, right? The person that pulls it in last, he gets the maximum cheers, because everyone is out there waiting and watching and appreciating the work that he's putting in. So I'm hoping you all are cheering for Karthik as well. .300 meters for Karthik. And as soon as this is over, the women's race is scheduled to start at 5 p.m. IST today. So again, I'll be going live at about 4:55. So folks that are interested, please do tune in and support and cheer for these awesome women. Again, we have youngsters under 14, under 16, all the way to masters athletes. So it's just amazing to see the lineup. Many of them are state as well as national level riders, so it's going to be a really fun race to watch. But for the men's race, I want to sign off now. Thank you everyone for joining. Thank you everyone for racing. And I'll see you all in the women's race.